late models also will be part of the racing card here this weekend. New drivers, or I guess some familiar drivers from years ago, back in the field this year.
For example, Alan Cliff Saunders. Josh Wood, he's back at least for a part-time effort. Christopher Buffoni will also be making an appearance this year, on top of the already really packed list of drivers we had last season. Kevin Gambacourt, defending champion. Adam Gray, 4-time champion. Tom Byrne, 3-time champion. But then you got guys like Wayne Corey Jr., who came off their best year yet in the late models. Tom Butler returned to victory lane. The late model field is stacked. It's really tough. You really need a good car and a lot of precision to make your way through the pack and into victory lane.
On the inside of the front row, Kevin Gambacourt, Michael Ray. These two have battled night after night here at Stafford, and to the advantage. Gambacourt wastes no time at all. Car number 10, white and orange car to the inside, and then it's Tom Butler. Butler makes a move. Oh, and Butler goes around off turn number 4, 360 spin, and guess who? Tom Fern moves into second, and guess what? As quick as he gets in second.
Oh, Ray out of shape back straightaway. That car will spin to the infield. Solo spin.
And among the cars bottled up, it is Adam Gray, whose car suddenly became evil. Just as I say that, Butler and Gray come together, and Butler literally at one point rode up on the number 97 car. Looks to be going down on the Zach Robinson car.
Gambacourt gets turned in turn 2, and around he goes. With a little bit of help, keeps his foot in the throttle, and will lose 2 spots, with Keene taking second, Corey third. It'll be a drive-through penalty for Paul Verrecchio after the contact with former race leader Kevin Gambacourt in turn 2.
Gerald Keene is going to move to the front of the class.
Keene in turn 4 for the final time.
Oh, Gambacourt made a bid for it, but here is the checker. Hats off to Gerald Keene to take down the win.
Yeah, sometimes just better to be lucky than good.
A lot of drivers looking to get the victory lane for the first time in their career. Up front, Sturt to the outsider, Robinson to turn 1 for the first time. Here is Alex Fern right to the bottom of the racetrack. Car number 12 to the point by the time they get to 3, and gets turned in the face of the field.
Heartbreaking situation there, and involved in the mix-up. Gambacourt's car is there, off the turn, back up front. Sturt slips up just a bit. Here comes Saunders. Going, gone.
And it's the 0-0 of Cormier that has gone around. That puts the caution flag out with 11 laps to go.
Green, and they're racing.
Sturt gets the jump in the outside lane on Saunders in the 14. Can Sturt hang on to it? Has the run, top side up the back straightaway.
If he can get it fired back up, it looks like he does.
Side by
off
side
the turn.
lead.
Here they come. And Cliff Saunders is back in command, but here comes Kevin Gambacourt.
Oh, trouble, turn number 3. Couple cars go piling in. At least 4 cars get collected, Corey being one of them. Caution and red flag immediately. Al Saunders, one of the cars. Buffoni, the 07.
And it
Corey,
looks like, yes, maybe the 79. Yep, Gerald Keene. And the number 10, Verrecchio. Back in the thick of things. Off turn number 4, twirling 2s are in the air. 1 mile left.
2 laps to go. Gambacourt making his move now here on the front straightaway, but not enough room on the bottom, or is there? There is in turn 2. To the inside of Cliff Saunders. New race leader Kevin Gambacourt goes to the point.
Checkered flag is out. Gambacourt back in winning style here at Stafford.
Hey, this makes last week a little bit better. I got a nose under him, and I think he tried to slam the door on me over there in turn 1 and actually screwed himself up.
Double greens are flying in the air. Alexander Fern with Tommy Fern on the outside. Tommy Fern quickly moves to the front of the class, but look out, here comes Alexander Fern. Remember a week ago, tremendous move she made down into turn number 3. She's digging in hard. forcing Tommy Fern up the hill. Brand new leader at the line, Alexander Fern.
Alexandra to the point will lead lap number 1. Tom Fern topside, and they are actually pulling away while racing side by side for the lead from the rest of the field. Andrew Duran, Bobby Sturck, 3rd and 4th, but it is Alex Fern taking the top spot. Mentioned Tom Butler, he's caught in that outside lane. Meyer made the pass for 5th, and now comes together with Wayne Corey up in turn 3. Corey to the inside, Butler to the outside lane, Butler in the wall in car number 4.
Sturck now challenges Fern.
There's the challenge for the lead. Duran to the inside of Alex Fern. Alex goes topside, Duran to the bottom. Already held this season, gets out of shape there in turn number 3 while challenging for 3rd. Slides up the racetrack, still digging hard to the inside of Meyer. And here's the battle for the lead. Gambacorta to the inside of Durand in turn 2. New leader looking to go 2 in a row is Kevin Gambacorta in car number 23.
He does it with style and finesse off turn number 4. Double checkers around. Kevin Gambacorta, defending champion, takes down the win. Double greens are out. And Fern with a slight advantage.
By a half a car length to turn 2 over Chris Buffoni in the 2nd spot.
As Andrew Duran has reeled him in. Makes a bid down low. Fern shakes him off.
Little bit of contact there in turn number 2 with Duran peeking to the inside of Tom Fern, who's trying to control that inside lane. Duran opens the door on the bottom. Side by side for the lead, coming to halfway. 15 laps down, 15 to go, and Fern hangs on to the race lead for now.
Fern continues to try to guard the number 1 position. Andrew Duran had it to the inside for a while, forced to back out of it. Maybe he's going to change his strategy. Chris Meyer is there. Duran taps on the back bumper of Fern. Back to the stripe.
And as they race hot and heavy for the race lead, it's allowing Meyer to close in, it's allowing Saunders to close in. Corey and Gambacorta, top 6, snapping back together. You can move Gambacorta up to the 5th spot as Buffoni slid back out of the top 5. Race for the lead again. Duran to the inside, Fern to the outside. At the line, new leader by a half a car length. Andrew Duran goes to the front with 13 to run.
He heads into turn number 3. Andrew Duran, better known as Bam Bam, puts the Gramahan chassis number 43 into the winner's circle.
Yeah, he was pretty fast. I tried to get underneath him a couple times. He's probably one of the hardest guys to pass out here.
Here's the double greens.
And they're almost 3 wide going into turn 1. Stacked up tightly, double wide, and Alex Fern gets a run on the outside, takes the lead from Zarella, and Tom Fern follows her to 2nd spot.
No question about it. Alexander Fern has got the car on rails in this first circuit, pulls away from the competition.
Something is wrong with Wayne Corey Jr.'s car. He's fallen way off the pace. Something's amiss with that 10.
Bid for the lead. Sturck is up to 3rd. Here comes Gambacorta. Bid for the lead off turn 4.
Verrecchio slides under Alex Fern and takes the lead with 10 laps to go.
Here he comes, Paul Verrecchio. His first career victory in the late models.
Paul Verrecchio Jr. is a late model winner. It was a matter of when, not if, that 39 could find victory lane.
This is great. You have no idea. I've been waiting for this time to happen for a long time, and I did it.
First feature event of the night goes under the green flag. PJ Zarella, Chris Buffoni lead the field into turn 1 for the first of 30 laps, and it's the outside lane that advances. Buffoni out front, Zarella in 2nd. Here comes Butler to the inside of Corey for 3rd. Now the Ferns side by side here on the front stretch. Alexandra to the inside of Tom for 4th.
Alexandra pulls off the Timex timely move. She slingshots to the bottom. She's loosened up now. Off the turn. Corey does a great job of avoiding. Duran goes spinning like a top. And car number 14 already in the top 10. We are not at the halfway point.
Battle for the lead, turn 2. Al Saunders, who just set the fastest lap of the race, is to the inside of Chris Buffoni up the back straightaway.
As Al Saunders is heading to the winner's circle. Directly behind him, what a battle. Gambacorta, defending champion. Cliff Saunders on his back bumper, but Al Saunders has won it.
Can't believe we get a win this early in the year, and especially starting from ninth place tonight.
30 laps for the late models, and they're underway with Chris Meyer leading the way, but he had a bad shift. Tom Fern has the edge. Now Tom Butler goes to the bottom. They're almost 3 wide for second as they head to 2.
Myers now moves back into the 3rd spot. Trouble now. They come together off turn number 4. Somehow, they all correct and they make it back to turn number 1.
That has got to be a candidate for the save of the year. I cannot believe Barrecchio hung on to that.
After running in the top 3, back up front, Corey.
Whoa, Tom Butler spins in turn 2. Gambacorta gets jacked up from behind, and PJ Zarella gets collected along with Wayne Corey Sr.
As they continue to go, here comes Myers, taking a peek at the inside of Tommy Fern. Fern tries to guard the spot. They come together off the turn. It is Fern, still the leader. But here is Myers. Myers continues to, as Fern goes up the hill. Myers takes the lead. Here they come down the back straightaway. Fern is shuffled from the lead. Chris Myers, the Mayday Oil Machine, comes off turn number 4. Double checkers are waving. Chris Myers has done it. He will take down the late model feature.
I was like, I'm bringing this home with a checker flag, or they can double hook it. I didn't care. I was going for a W. We're out of the points now.
And down into turn number 1, Zarella tries to lead the bottom shot, but it is Tom Fern. Goes to the outside. Fern gets a little bit loose. Here comes PJ Zarella. Tom Fern is at a fast car in the opening laps, but as the race goes on, it seems to go away.
Trying to get out front while he can toward the front of the field. Tom Fern to the race lead.
Car number 12, the Seiko Foams Machine, wheeling in on Tom Fern. Oh, trouble now. Fern is sideways. Alexander is locked together as the road was blocked. PJ Zarella, and we've got car number 07 to the outside wall, but it is green and we are at speed.
One car doesn't come up to speed. That's the 43 of Andrew Durand in the outside lane. Everybody will squeeze by to the bottom as Keene brings the field off of turn 2 and up the back straightaway for the top spot.
Paul Verrecchio moves into the catbird seat. Here comes Alexander Fern.
Oh, might be some trouble for Corey. Some smoke on the right rear corner of the 10. He is off the pace.
What an amazing run.
Trouble Verrecchio gets turned here on the front straightaway off the front bumper of Bobby Sturck. A couple of 360s.
The front row. And it is Daryl Keene. Trouble now. And look at the move that Chris Meyer pulled off.
Outside lane slipped off turn 2. Keene and Fern. Here comes Gambacorta. 3 wide for the top spot. Is there enough room for all of them off the corner? The answer is yes. And it's going to be Meyer back to the corner. Keene. Gambacorta gets in the Fern in turn 1. Fern will spin. And her night goes from good to bad.
Fire them back up. Myers, look at Gambacorta in perhaps the move of the night. On the bottom of the racetrack, Gambacorta, but Myers pulls away down the back straightaway.
Chris Meyer will go back-to-back here in the late model division with the feature win here tonight.
Green flag is out. PJ Zarella. Alexandra Fern on the outside. Watch her come off the turn like a rocket. Alexandra Fern becomes the leader, the Butler Machine.
Oh, and Keene spins in turn 4. Daryl Keene, the 79, goes for a slide, and the caution comes out.
Now her strongest point of the racetrack is coming off turn number 2.
Oh, stacking up further back. Butler gets
Gambacorta is here.
Hangs on. I cannot believe nobody spun. And Wayne Corey Jr. slingshotted by half the field. He was just on pit road. Now he's up to 7.
By about half a car length. Tom Fern can reel her in. They touch. They come back to the stripe. Alexander Fern still the leader. But here comes Tom Fern deep into turn 2.
Side by side for the top spot. Alex gets a good run off of 2, still edges out ahead by half a car length over Tom, but Tom has the preferred line. They race door to door, coming off of 4 with 14 laps to go, now 13 when they come to the line, and it's Tom that has the lead by a bit.
Tom Fern by inches puts the number 92 to the front of the class.
It's 92 versus 97.
They work their magic. Here comes Gray to try to challenge Fern. Side by side. Down into turn number 1. Third different leader of the event emerges.
Adam Gray, it's been a rough go, but this will be a big one for that 97 team as they hit the final corner.
Checkered flag is out. Adam Gray will take down the win.
The season's been a little bit of rough, and tonight we did it. My crew's got no quit in them.
Here they come off turn 4, 30 laps of the late models under the green flag. Chris Buffoni will lead the field into turn number 1. PJ Zarella to the outside finds immediate pressure from Tom Butler to the bottom for the runner-up spot.
Down the back straightaway, we've got trouble.
Trouble back straightaway, couple cars piling in. Glenn Reen, one of them. Daryl Keene in the 79 appears to be one.
Well, there's some damage to the back of the 23, and right now they've got the chop saw out, and it looks like they're taking some of the bottom off the number 23 car, guys.
Buffoni, slight advantage. Let's see what's going to happen off turn number 2. Buffoni to the inside. Butler up on the wheel by a fender into turn 3. Here comes Alexander Fern. Off the turn. Well, we have a brand new leader at the line.
Top 3 cars break away. Andrew Duran way out of shape in 5th, and car number 43 gathers it back as the top 3 once again break away. Alex Fern right there in 3rd, but nowhere to go. Buffoni to the inside, Butler to the outside as they race for the top spot.
Side by side, they come off the turn. Butler digging in deep. The veteran from Stafford Springs, the Mean Green Machine, takes over the lead by inches. Buffoni gathers it back. The blue and white number 07, side by side, but Butler has the advantage. Fern waiting in the wings. That's Alexander Fern. Off the turn. They touch. Butler goes around. Alexander Fern squeaks away. Everybody scrambles. Tom Fern to the top side. Does she have enough to hold on as we are at the halfway when they come back to the stripe?
15 down, 15 to go. We might have a new leader by the time they get back here. Here comes Bobby Stirk to the bottom of Alexandra Fern for the race lead at the stripe. It's close, but it's Stirk by just 7 thousandths of a second. Will lead it halfway. The door remains open for Adam Gray. Alex Fern has her hands full as well. Here comes Paul Verrecchio in the 39.
Back up front, here comes Gray. He sees clean air to the inside. Stirk digs in on the outside. Look at the bid for the 3rd spot. Verrecchio and Alexander Fern, they're side by side all over the racetrack.
Including up front, here comes Adam Gray, back to turn 1, becomes the new race leader. Stirk trying to do the crossover off of turn number 2. Not enough room on the bottom. That allows Verrecchio to close in and challenge Stirk for the runner-up spot. Gray gets away at the point. Here comes Alex Fern. She's not out of this yet. Wants to be on at least the podium here tonight. Running in 4th, and now there's a problem for Stirk in turn 1. A lot of smoke out of the number 9 car.
Heartbreaker for Stirk after leading the event. Adam Gray is there. Verrecchio is moving in. Adam Gray, 2-time repeat winner. He'll cross the line first. Off turn number 4, double greens are waving. They are almost 3 wide. Once they get past the start-finish line, Chris Buffoni moves to the front of the class. Wayne Corey Jr. tucks it into 2nd, moving rather nicely. Keene has had a roller coaster season. Go down the back straightaway. PJ Zarella goes up in smoke.
Verrecchio goes around. The 87 locks it down. Make that the 97 for Gray. Fern in the 92. Keene right there in 2nd. Here's Duran in 3rd. Battle for the top spot off of turn number 2. Keene out of line on Buffoni.
Dives down to the inside of turn number 3. Can't make it stick. Will it stick off turn number 4? Buffoni slips up just a bit. Daryl Keene by inches at the line. He'll become the brand new leader. Behind him is Andrew Duran. Wayne Corey is there. There goes Gray. Here comes Gambacorta.
Methodically making his way through the field as Tom Fern goes around in turn 4. Alex Fern has to take evasive action. Second place point man, Paul Verrecchio, involved in the incident.
Back up front, Daryl Keene has got the monkey off his back, and Daryl Keene is back in the winner's circle here at Stafford.
Green flag is up. Chris Buffoni will bring the field to the green flag. The first of 2 late model feature events on the night is underway.
Tommy Butler tries to dig in hard on the outside, but Buffoni is the leader down the back straightaway. 3 cars at the point, then they're doubled up side by side, working their magic to the front of the field. Bid for the lead. Here comes Butler. Buffoni on the outside lane, trying to work his magic in the upper groove. Tom Butler, one of Stafford's all-time great drivers, sinks it in at a ton. Tom Butler becomes leader number 2 on lap number 3.
Car 4 goes to the front of the field here at the start-finish line.
14th position. Sturck is now trying to get around Buffoni back up
Battle
front.
for the lead in traffic, and around goes Burrell. Leader's trying to get around him in turn 1, and he'll keep the car to the bottom of the racetrack. Will stay green.
Can't do it. Pulls it back in the line. Runs in his tire tracks. Here comes Saunders again. The door opens up. Butler makes the mistake. And on lap number 23, a brand new leader emerges. Off turn number 4, Cliff Saunders became tonight's winner of round number 1 for the late model division.
Just had a really good feeling about it. It was really fun racing with Tom. We've been friends for 20 years. He's like an older brother to me.
The green is out, and Chris Buffoni leads them down into turn number 1.
But it's going to be Fern in the outside lane, getting the advantage up the back straightaway by a car length. Buffoni in the second spot, Sturck in third, Corey and Fern. That is Alex Fern in 5th as one car spins. It's Keene, does a 360.
Sturck is getting closer and closer. Look at Gambacorta and Durant battling for the 6th and 7th spot.
Here's the battle for the lead. Sturck to the inside of Fern, down in turn number 1 for the top spot. A great run for Bobby Sturck, who goes to the inside and becomes the new leader by the time they get to the back straightaway on Tom Fern.
Let's see what's going to happen in 3. Sturck tries to hold on. Here comes Verrecchio. White flag is out off turn number 4. 1 lap to go.
Nearly contact between the race leaders back into turn number 1. Sturck in the outside lane. Verrecchio to the bottom. Here comes Kevin Gambacorta from 3rd up the back straightaway for the final time.
Deep into turn number 3. Paul Verrecchio pulls off the move that gives him the advantage, and Paul Verrecchio will take down the win.
Verrecchio gets his 2nd win of the year. Gambacorta had a good first race as well, plus he finished top 5 in both features. So the point lead for Gambacorta up to 22. We'll see if Verrecchio has any way to respond and close that gap.
Double greens are flying in the air, and it is Chris Buffoni out in front, but already on the move. On the inside, marching forward, is Tom Fern. Gray dives to the bottom. Buffoni continues to dig in the outside lane. But here comes Chris Myers. Once Adam got by, Myers would make the same move. Buffoni drops back to 3. Butler is coming up the food chain with the number 4 car.
Oh, Kevin Gambacorta goes around, and a hard hit for Bobby Sturck to the outside wall, and the car goes aflame.
Off turn number 4.
Red flag is out, and Bobby Sturck is climbing out of that number 9 car.
We see the whole right side of the Kevin Gambacorta car has been peeled away.
3 victories to his credit. Off turn number 4, Adam Gray gets the checker. He will take down the win.
this Friday night will be headlined by the late models in their longest event of the 2024 season.
The Paradiso Insurance Late Model 50, the fourth running of this event. The championship battle has tightened up in a significant way.
Kevin Gambacorta has an 8-point advantage over Paul Verrecchio Jr.
Tracy Perrier waves it from the starter stand, and Alexandra Fern brings the field of starters to turn 1 for the first of 50 laps. And Andrew Duran, already out of shape mid-pack, gets it gathered up, but will lose a couple spots.
3 wide they are in that battle at the bottom of the top 10. Duran, something's happened with him. He's evil a little bit further. But just as she pulls away, it appears that Adam Gray has just enough.
Trouble back straight away. Tom Fern goes around, and Andrew Duran gets the outside wall. Butler spins to the inside, as does Verrecchio and Gambacorta.
Wow.
So both of the point leaders again involved in an incident together.
Let's see if that myth comes into play.
Outside lane goes. Adam Gray gets the jump and takes the top spot by the time they get to turn 1. Alex Fern trying to battle back in car 12.
And her car has gotten really loose.
White flag, 1 lap to go for Adam Gray.
Final circuit, we've got a caution.
We thought it was over, and it's not. Verrecchio goes around in turn 2. And Alex Fern now tries to get the jump on the restart in the outside lane. She had about a half a car length going into turn 1, but Adam Gray battles back to the bottom. Top 2 looking to pull away. Alex Fern not giving up in the outside lane. Drives it in deep, coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go. Tom Butler spins in turn 4, tags the outside safer wall. Alex Fern leads at the line on the white flag. Caution comes out. So Alex Fern will be scored as the leader.
Green flag is out. Alex takes it in deep at the bottom of the racetrack. Alexandra Fern out in front. She pulls away by a car length and a half.
Alexandra Fern looking for her first late model win. Daryl Keene closing back, looking for another win here in 2024.
Off the turn, Alexandra Fern is heading to the winner's circle. She's done it here at Stafford.
Alexandra Fern, former limited late model champion, picking up her first win in this division.
Everybody was hating on me all year. What's she gonna say now? Thanks.
30 laps, the late models are green with Tom Fern leading the way. They race 2 by 2 into turn 1. Tom got a good start, pulls ahead of Buffoni by half a car length as they race their way off of 2. On the bottom, and he's got the 3rd spot. Alex looks to follow through on the bottom as well as they make contact off of 4. Buffoni comes down on Alex on the front stretch, and they make contact right in front of the pack. Alex spins right in front of Meyer. Somehow, Alex gets clobbered by both Durant and Butler as the caution comes out.
Here comes Adam Gray. He's also moving to the front.
As Gambacorta takes a peek inside of Tom Fern. He tried it in turn 3, now tries it off of 4. He's got the inside line, he's going for the lead.
Go he does to the inside. Going. Will it be gone in turn number 3? Gambacorta and Tom Fern, wheel to wheel. Closer than most people park. Off the turn, it is Kevin Gambacorta in command.
There's smoke coming out of Adam Gray's car. The second place car's got smoke coming out of the back end. I'm not sure what that is. It's not hurting his performance, but I am seeing smoke start to billow out of Gray's machine.
It's been a while, but he never forgets how to get to the winner's circle. Kevin Gambacorta will take down the win.
That's an additional 14 points. That's a 44-point lead heading into the final 3 features of the year.
Butler tries on the inside. Corey is on the outside, Kyle, and Wayne Corey Jr. has it in turn 2.
It's Corey by a car length up the back straightaway for the first time. Butler in second. They will string out at the front. Then it's Tom Fern to the inside of Verrecchio for 3rd. Andrew Duran in the pink and white 43 getting shuffled 3 wide with Kevin Gambacorta looking to the bottom, but decided better of it. Battle for the lead in turn 2. Here comes Butler.
Butler needs to get a few laps of momentum going before he is able to make that move to the inside. Off the turn, coming back off turn number 4. Here comes Butler, second leader of the event of the halfway marker.
And you get up in that outside lane, and it is a long trip to the back. And now Fern goes around over in turn 2. Alex barely misses him. Alex Fern in the 12, and she may have had contact as that car now spins up the back straightaway. So she might have barely clipped Tom Fern. 4 laps shy of halfway, and a great restart for Corey. Outside lane moves the number 10 to the front of the field. Butler drops back to second.
Oh, Myers is out of shape. With Andrew Duran, that works to the advantage of Kevin Gambacorta. The only lap that counts is the final lap. Corey's car slips up the racetrack. Here comes Adam Gray. Gray in a 3-wide bid for the lead, sinks it in a ton. Adam Gray moves down underneath Wayne Corey Jr. Off the turn, white flag is out, final circuit.
1 lap to go. Adam Gray to the inside. Wayne Corey Jr. outside. Contact is made. Corey slides up the racetrack. Gray to the bottom with the run onto the back straightaway for the final time.
Deep into turn number 3. Gray digs hard in the bottom. Corey shuffled on the outside. They cling and they clang off the turn. Another exciting finish in the late models. Adam Gray will take down the victory.
There's the double green from the starter stand. We are underway. 30 laps for the late models.
Buffoni tries to guard the number 1 position, but Tom Fern runs racy to the top side. Here comes Butler. Butler had a strong car in practice, but Josh Woods is there.
The rest of the pack led by Andrew Duran.
Wood had a strong car in practice. Same can be said for Butler. We've got one around. Gambacorta.
That's big.
Goes spinning with car number 23.
The 07 car racing here tonight and at the front, but for how long? Because there's a driver that's been racing here at Stafford longer than Chris has been alive. Looking to the inside, and that is Tom Butler.
Tom Butler showing some muscle. He ran exceptionally strong in qualifying. They are side by side like 2 cymbals in an orchestra. Off the turn. Will the second leader of the event become Butler? It does. And look out, here comes Josh Wood,
who nearly got loose in turn number 2. Close moment there for Meyer. Verrecchio knows he has the opportunity and now gets into Wood in turn number 3. Wood goes around car 51. Understand there will be a penalty coming.
And it's the Verrecchio number 39 car.
Adam Gray, 37-time winner, trying to get the jump in the outside lane. Has the advantage as they get in turn 1 for the first time. 6 laps to go. And it's going to be a new race leader emerging as they hit the back straightaway. Well behind race leader Adam Gray. Tom Butler in second, Meyer in third. Down to 3 to go. Gambacorta is indeed
trouble now.
Trouble front straightaway.
2 cars locked together.
Duran and Saunders gets clipped going into 1.
And guess who I think got him?
His twin brother.
Yes. And all of a sudden, Bobby Sturck. And look out, here it comes. Myers again, going for the gusto. Off the turn, side by side to the stripe.
Chris Meyer muscling his way to the bottom. Adam Gray not giving an inch. They come together, and here comes Tom Butler to the inside. 3 wide scramble for the lead. Butler from 3rd to 1st, maybe in turn number 3. Meyer is right there alongside. Adam Gray to the bottom. 3 wide, white flag, 1 lap to go.
Adam Gray dove from the outside to the inside. Incredible competition. Off the turn, Gray is back in command. Meanwhile, Butler is back up in second. Myers gets bounced around. Here comes Sturck. Here they come. Double checkers are in the air. Adam Gray has done it again here at Stafford.
Paul Verrecchio, in fact, gained a few points last week on Kevin Gambacorta, whom also maintains a 32-point advantage going into the final feature.
Just calm and relax, and we just did the, somebody taught me a few years ago that it's just one more race. You just do the same thing you've done for the first 19, 20 weeks or whatever it was. So that's how we approached it.
You go from being 8 behind or 12 behind to 34 behind. It's a roller coaster. So of course that's a roller coaster. You drive like a roller coaster. You're all over the place.
And that is Verrecchio's car.
Yeah, there's an electrical problem or something going on with the fuel lines. I don't know exactly what it is, but it has no power. It all came down to $10 fuel pump push rod. That was no good. So we had no practice, no heat race.
Green flag is out. We're underway with Fern and Corey to bring the field of 18 into turn 1 for the first time.
There's no question about it. It is Fern and Corey. They are two of the veterans in this division. Young challenger making his presence known. Sturk trying to go 3 wide, and directly behind him is Josh Wood. Wood was so quick last week, he just ran out of time. At the stripe, Wayne Corey is shown as the leader. Sturk is still challenging, but it's Corey by inches, and all of a sudden, Alexander Fern, she is up to the 3rd spot, and I don't think she's done yet, Kyle. She's marching to the front with a vengeance.
Running in 3rd, peeking to the inside of Sturk for the lead. Not enough room on the bottom of the racetrack, so she'll settle back in the line. 2nd car on the bottom with Tom Fern to her outside, just in front of Andrew Duran. But it is Wayne Corey Jr. that leads for now up the back straightaway. Here comes Sturk again with a run in 3.
There's no question Sturk had a nice run going into 3. Coming off the turn there side by side. They cling and they clang as they head down to turn number 1. Leader at the line on the last circuit was Wayne Corey. But for how long? Here comes Sturk again. Fastest car in the last circuit. Alexander Fern, car number 12.
Oh, and Wood gets into Keene, or Keene gets into Wood in the corner, and everybody will miss them, but barely in turn number 3. Car number 12, 3 wide for 3rd. Here comes Adam Gray to the inside of Gambacorta and Duran. They're going to run out of room, and Gambacorta gets turned over in turn 3 and clipped by at least 2 other cars. Kevin Gambacorta, around he goes after contact with Foster in a battle for 3rd with Corey. Meyer to round out the top 5. Verrecchio stuck in the outside lane and dropping. Here's a change possibly for the race lead in turn 4. Adam Gray with a run. Alex Fern battling back topside.
While that's been happening, Andrew Duran tries to stay tight to the bumper of Gray, and he tries to make the move. Verrecchio now into the top 5.
And around goes Zarella, and a big hit off of turn number 4. Zarella collected by 1 other car, muscling her way to the bottom. Alex Fern, car 12 on Wayne Corey. Car number 10 slides up the racetrack, does Corey. Fern backs out of it just a bit. They both lose momentum. Here comes Verrecchio, thinks of making it 3 wide in turn number 3.
Literally, Alexander Fern trying to hold on. She's the meat in the sandwich here as they come off the turn. Verrecchio moves into the 3rd spot. Up the hill goes the 10, Gambacorta, and Duran still battling for that 3rd position. Off the turn, Adam Gray, 3 in a row.
Hit the rewind button or get rid of the first half of the season, and we got a heck of a second half.
Champion for 2024 in the late models, the very popular Kevin Gambacorta.
Colton won the Wild Thing Go-Kart Championship, and we won the late model championship, and I said it was a once-in-a-lifetime moment, but I guess it's a twice-in-a-lifetime moment because we both did it again this year.
People that have 5 or more championships at Stafford, and I think I'm one of 4 or 5. My name doesn't belong near any of those people, it never will. It just doesn't belong. It's just satisfying to know how we've been able to do it all these years, just working hard, outworking people.
Larry Vassar always said, and he said this to me over the phone, he goes, you gotta lose one to win one. You gotta lose a championship to win one. So I said, I understood that. Positives, stronger crew, more guys that are involved. Obviously more sponsors, which is nice.
Just a really good building block. I mean, I think it puts us in the position where we can contend for a championship next year, and I think a legitimate contender for the championship next year. So
it felt really good to kind of be back and be competitive again, because a few years there weren't a whole lot of fun, not being very competitive, struggling with the car. So I feel like it was a really good way to come back to racing.
It's like everybody works hard at this stuff, so you want a victory lane picture for everybody at the end of the year at least, right? And you don't get one of those, and it's disappointing. What are you gonna say? But you just have to come back and do it again.
Back when I was in high school, I really didn't have anybody to hang out with or whatever, so I would go to Stafford Speedway by myself and sit in the stands on Friday nights by myself, watching, just watching the cars, and that's what I want to do someday. So to go from that to now winning 5 championships, I don't know, I guess it's pretty meaningful to me.